Well, hello! For this lesson, we're going to learn how to make a character move left or right to change the scene. Last time we did key is pressed. This time I want to make it so like maybe my character moves this way and like enters a different scene. It's another cool way to change scenes to make your game a little bit, more interesting. So I just want to say this. The first thing you should know is that I have three scenes here that I've already created. Here's scene one, here's scene two, and here's scene three. All right, those are my three scenes. They're already made. I also want to note that I have my character here who is outside of the three scenes. Notice how the character is just like at the bottom. The reason for this is that your character is not in a specific scene. They're in all the scenes. So if you want them to always just be into every scene, put them at the bottom of your code after all the scenes. That way, no matter what scene you're in, they'll always be there, right? Because there's no if statement here. It's not saying if scene one, if scene two. It's just saying always draw this character. So your character will be into every single scene this way. All right, now that I have my character, I want them to go left and right. So this is just review on how to make a character move left or move right using the left or right arrow key. The first thing to do is declare a variable. So we're going to say let x to create our variable. Then we're going to initialize it. We're going to say x equals 0. So we've initialized it to 0. You might remember the last part is to use it. So this is my character. I got to do x plus. And now we have it. All right. Now, of course, this doesn't move yet. We have to increment. So this is where we put our if statement. So I'm going to say if key is pressed, if that key happens to be, if that key is equal to arrow right, then I want to increase x, so x equals x plus 1. And then we'll say if key is pressed, if that key is equal to arrow left, let's put that here, then we're going to say x equals x minus 1. Now, keep in mind, this is not a new lesson, right? We've done this before. So now we can have our character go right and go left. It's a little slow for gameplay, so let's make it 3. Let's increase the speed a little bit. Great, so our character is going left and right. This is what you've learned before. This isn't new, just how to make things go right or left using your arrow keys. And then finally, this is not necessary, but I do want to see where my X is. This will come in a little bit handy later, so I'm going to actually show this on the screen. So I'm going to say fill of 255. Oh, yeah, I think that's already there. Okay, that's not even important. So let's just do text, and then let's just show where that X is. So now you can see X over here in the top left-hand corner. All right, so you see, there we go. So now the next thing to do is to write our if statements. So if I go right, I want to visit my mom, which is going to be scene 2. And if I go left, I want to go see Miss Pac-Man. That's scene 3. So what we just need is 2 if statements inside of our scene 1. So I'm in scene 1 right now. I'm saying if I go right, go see my mom. If I go left, go see Miss Pac-Man. So here we go. Here's how we write it. Well, we'll say if x is greater than, and then we're going to fill in some number here. Right now I'm just going to put 200 for argument's sake, but that's not the right one. So if my x position gets greater than 200, then I'm going to change to scene 2, right? So if I go right, if x is greater than a number that's right of the screen, I'm going to go to scene 2, which is to visit my mom. Now, how do I come up with 200? This is the real hard part of this lesson. Well, what you have to do is look at this number and just figure out like where you want the scene to change. Like that could be anywhere you want. Like, is this far enough? Is this far enough? So you have to figure out what X position should they change at. I would say like right there. Oh, sorry. I guess I already put that number. But like right over around, yeah, hold on. Let me just take this out. Right around, let's say this. 279. So I'm going to say 280 for argument's sake. So when my character gets to 280, then I want to change scene. So I'm going to go, my character go right, and at 280, there we go. Right, now I'm in my new scene. Your mom cooked you your favorite food, I won. It was nice to go visit my mom. Now, another thing that's kind of annoying is that like my character is all the way to the right, right? They should reset every time they enter a new scene. So like I'd like him to start the scene back at 0. So I want to show you what happens again. So if I go right, You see how he's still all the way to the right? We should reset him back to 0. So after I say scene equals 2, we're going to say x equals 0, and that will reset him. So check it out. I go all to the right, I reset, and he's back in the middle at 0. And that's it. So now we'll do the same thing for left. So let's start over here. Now right under here, I'm still in scene 1. I'm going to say if x is less than, who knows what number. Let's say x is less than negative 200. Once again, I'm just making up a number. Let's look at the number we want to change. So keep a look at the number over here and see what number, let's see, 2, around negative 280. So when my x gets to negative 280, then I want to go to scene 3, which is Miss Pac-Man. All right, so I say scene equals 3. So let's try it again. I go to left, and now I'm right here. Now, once again, you can't see me, which is annoying, so let's reset x equals 0. And check it out. So now I go to the left, and I'm in a new scene. Oh no, she met someone else. She breaks up with me. So that's the game. This is really the key here, right here. This is how you make it. Once you've got your character to move left and right, all you have to do is say, okay, at what point, so when x is greater than some number, when they move to the right, change the scene. And then when x is less than some number, change the scene. And just make sure you're looking at this number right here to figure out where you want that scene to change. All right, that's it for this lesson. Peace.